Good morning. Today's topic is about milk quality determination by MBRT technique. MBRT means methylene blue dye reduction test. So I am Vijayalakshmi from the Department of Microbiology. Let's go to the topic. First slide is about the quality. What is quality? The quality of the dairy products can be made from the quality of the milk. So the quality is very important to grade the milk so that the poor quality samples are rejected and only the good quality milk is sold to the retailers and the processors. This is the advantage of quality control. So the quality is very important to make a products from the milk. Next, coming to second slide is about quality determination and HACCP techniques. There is a huge demand for the safe and high quality foods with a long shelf life so that the milk and milk products are biochemically unstable. For example, unstable means they deteriorate very quickly. Deteriorate means spoiled. These are easily spoiled by microorganisms. The food industry uses various systems for the quality and safety management processes. Example, ISO 9000, Total Quality Management, TQM, Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point, HACCP. These are all the programs to use to check the quality of the milk. And there are some guidelines also provided by these agencies. First, these systems are very effective but complex and expensive. Here, we describe a simple low-cost method for the milk quality control which will help you to understand the quality of milk. The milk quality control is the use of various tests to ensure that the milk is safe, healthy, and the chemical composition also determined by these techniques. Purity level of milk and as well as the bacterial load is also determined by this process. Next, coming to the slide number 3, it's about the test determine the quality of milk. Some of the tests are indicated. First, the tests like color, smelling, tasting, clot on blood, boiling, and alcohol test can be done on the farm as well as at the milk collection center. Other tests such as lactometer test is used to detect the alteration or the density. Example, density means specific gravity of milk, butter fat content, and the chemicals also determined by lactometer. Third, the bacteriological test may only be possible at the milk collection center or at the dairy laboratory. First one, organoleptic test. This is a simplest test compared to the remainings. Just looking by your eyesight and smelling, you can judge the milk quality. If the milk has a bad smell or abnormal color or contain particles, it should be rejected. That is organoleptic test. Second, clot on boiling, COP method. This test is quick and simple. It allows you to check whether the milk has high acidity. Example, the pH may be 5.8 or less than the 5.8. Less than 5.8, which means it's an high acidity value containing food items. So the high acid milk should be rejected. The test allows you to identify the cholesterol milk. What is cholesterol milk? Which is produced in the first few days after pasteurization, or the mastitic milk. So the cholesterol milk should be rejected because it has a high percentage of whey proteins which create problems when the milk is boiled or heated during the processing. How will you perform this technique? First, take 2 ml of milk sample in a test tube and just boil the milk. Automatically, if there is a clotting appears or coagulation or the precipitation, whatever it is appear, the milk has failed the test. So it should be rejected. So simply just boil the milk, and if the clot is appear, automatically the milk is rejected. Next slide is about alcohol test. The alcohol test is more sensitive than the COB test. The COB only detects the milk which is highly acidic. Example, pH level is less than 5.3. The alcohol test also detects even the medium acidity milks also. Example, the pH level of the milk is higher than 5.3. Therefore, the milk which passes the COB test may fail the alcohol test. Here, the colostrum and the mastic milk may also fail the alcohol test. Example, first you just take a milk, 2 ml of milk, and also add 2 ml of 68% of alcohol to the milk sample. Automatically invert the test tube several times. Just keep your thumb pressed tightly over the open end of the tube. Automatically you can examine the tube to see whether the milk has coagulated. If it has a coagulation or the fine particles of the curd which will be visible. If there is a milk has a coagulation, which means it's called a contaminated milk or it's a failure one. If there is a milk is a good of quality, there will be no coagulation. So if the milk has become acidic less than 6.4, it will be flocculated. So it is an easy method to detect alcohol test by this technique. Slide number 5 is about lactometer test. The farmers, milk traders, transporters and shop owners often add water and other substances to the milk to increase their profits. This is a common problem, but it can be easily tested with the lactometer, which is an instrument used to measure the density of the milk. Here, the pure milk has a density or the specific gravity is about 1.026 to 1.032 grams per ml. Example, the pure milk has 1.026 to 1.032 grams per ml of specific gravity. Addition of water or other substances will change the density. So the addition of water reduces the density value. Suppose if it is an addition of solids, it increases the density also. The density is outside the normal range. The normal range is 1.026 to 1.032 grams per ml. This is the specific gravity of milk. So it's an outside the normal range. It means the milk has been adulterated. First, how will you perform this technique? How will you perform? First, ensure that the milk temperature is about 20 degrees Celsius. Suppose if it is a hot milk, it should be left to cool at room temperature for at least 30 minutes. If the milk was cooled below 10 degrees Celsius, just warm up the milk to 40 degrees Celsius and then cool it to 20 degrees. Mix the milk sample and gently pour about 200 ml in a measuring cylinder. Slowly tip the lactometer into the milk and just leave it. It will sink a little and then stop. Now take the lactometer reading just above the surface of the milk. The lactometer is used to detect the specific gravity of the milk. So the gravity normal range 1.026 to 1.032 grams per ml. Beyond the level, it is called the milk may be adulterated. Okay. So next slide is slide number 6. It's a very important topic in this method, quality determination of milk. So specific technique is MBRT technique, methylene blue dye reduction technique. The milk is contaminated with the microorganisms such as Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus pyogenes, Pseudomonas aeruginosa and Enterobacter bacillus, etc. Here, the dye reduction test involves the use of redox dyes like methylene blue, which is used to determine the quality of milk. The methylene blue is reduced as well as it loses its color in the presence of actively growing bacteria. So, the methylene blue is a blue color in nature. Automatically, the color is reduced due to the growth of bacteria. The time taken for the reduction of methylene blue is inversely proportional to the number of viable organisms. The shorter the methylene blue reduction time, poorer is the quality of the milk. For example, if the methylene blue reduction timing is shorter, which denotes the milk is a poor quality one. So the advantage of the methods are it is a simple and rapid method for grading bulk supplies of raw milk. Second, it is an inexpensive method. It's comparatively inexpensive. And third, there is no skilled personnel or needed to perform this test. So these are all the advantages. Coming to disadvantage of the test, these are it does not indicate the type and the sources of microorganisms present in the milk sample.